Hello, here we are. Let me check 1 second on the back here. That looks my hand is on the flying. Here is the phone. How is the connection, the audio? Welcome back to the new live. So let's see if it's working. Okay. Hello, here we are. No, I didn't start the countdown, but doesn't matter. So let's put back the camera here and welcome. Okay, let me set up the camera back. Here we are. Okay, so this week the live it will be a little bit different because instead of continue our tutorial with Orca Slicer, I want to try one experiment that I saw last day when I was just checking YouTube as usual. I saw a video of a guy that he's making the PLA for his stuff, helmet or toys, very smooth, using not only the resin, like I already did in one tutorial, but also use some baby powder, like this one. So I was curious to try. I check online other videos and some other YouTubers also make this tutorial to use the baby powder. They say that mixing with the resin, he make a little bit more dense and is more easy to spread and it will cover a little bit better. You need to pass more time this baby powder mixing with the resin. So today I prepare all the material that I need. So now I will show to you and I will try for the first time. It's a blind test. So maybe it will work. Maybe it will fail. I hope no, because I will use directly one helmet, this one. This is the helmet that I already started to make last time with you. This one is just pass one layer of putty cream, sanding with the 320, and one layer of primer, no primer filler because I don't have. It's already quite smooth. I still have one line here that I got the defect when it's finished the filament. And that's all. For the other here, still have some imperfection. So I want to check if with this new way to using the baby powder mixing with the resin, I can make this one helmet smooth enough for my purpose. So let me change the camera here. Okay, here we are. So for this experiment, let me fix better here. Don't mind that it is the toy of my son. We need the helmet, of course. We need some resin. In this case, I'm using this one that is just a bottle of resin that eSUN sent to me last time. It's different shaping because it was a tester that I made for them. We need some baby powder, some cup where you can mix the resin together with a spoon or stick, whatever you want to use. Something for spread, and they suggest to use this one is the foam brush, so we use few of this one. And some sandpaper, 320, they said is enough. And of course we need the machine for cure, because I will make the entire helmet together, so I cannot use just the normal UV torchlight as usual. I just keep this for emergency, but I will put the entire helmet here. And that's all. For the safety, what I need to use is, of course, mask, because when I use the resin, you always have to wear the mask. And gloves, because you cannot touch the resin. So now I start to dress up for making this experiment. And let me fix the camera that you can see good the helmet. Okay, and doesn't disturb me the cable. Okay, like this should be okay. And I hope I will not ruin the helmet, otherwise I need to reprint it. So now, as you can see, I wear the mask. So now my voice will be very bad. I will try to don't talk too much. But it's important to use the mask when you're using the resin. Safety first. And gloves. 1 and 2. Okay, so here we are. Let me check if everything is working good. Looks yes, okay. So the first one, let me remove the mask. We need to mix the resin with the baby powder. So first one, mix a little bit of the resin. Actually, I don't have idea how much do I need. So I will preparing a little bit in case I will add more later. Let's start with this one. Close the resin. Just dipping a little bit of resin out here, clean, so I don't risk to touch with my hands later. And now the baby powder. They said you need to put baby powder until it reaches the consistency of the milk, more or less. So let's try. It's still a little bit too much liquid. Let's put more foam, more baby powder. You know, usually when I'm making the helmet, I always use the old style way, sanding and primer. But if this one can work good, at least for the first part, can be a good time saver. A little bit more dense. You need a lot of baby powder. Definitely I need to buy more baby powder if it's working. I hope you can see. Now it starts to become more dense. I think can be a good consistency. I know I should probably try on something smaller first, but I'm crazy. I like to risk. So let's make some space, because now I need to touch the resin. Okay, you can see the helmet, you can see the resin. Let's start on the top here. That is the biggest part. And let's start to spread. I can say that immediately that it looks a little bit more easy to spread than the normal resin. Probably the baby powder, they make really more creamy, so it doesn't leak or pour immediately. It's more dense. Here there is one hair. I don't know how it is finished. It will be part of the. Oh no, remove. Okay, so it will be part of the mask. Normally, if you remember last time when I make something similar, I use a little brush because I need to pass slowly because the resin it will pour immediately, and you need to adjust in time. Like this one, it looks more simple, but we need to see the effect. In this way, you can really cover a big part of surface very fast. Anyway, after you still need to sand with a 320, but just after a few coats, they say that it will be very smooth. Let's finish the face here. See, and that the chin is always a big problem because it's not easy to reach. I hope in this way it will make easier. Of course, when I pass this resin, I need to spread well. I cannot lift too much in one point, otherwise after it's not flat anymore. Anyway, the sanding process you will cover small defect, but it's better avoid at the beginning. I forgot how hot is work with the mask. With a little brush with the other way, and this point normally just make one eyebrow, one small part only. Definitely in this way it's much faster. I hope it's good enough. I need to pay attention to don't let the mask touch the paper, otherwise they will stick on the paper. This is the only downside. I need to hold everything with my hand. That's why the chin I will make in a second moment. Anyway, as you can see, is apply this one very fast. This one that I'm applying is the basic resin from eSUN, so it's just the standard resin. They say any resin it's okay, so I'm using this one that is the cheapest version. So I don't need to spend money for expensive resin. Let's try this side, and we almost finished already. One full helmet in few minutes. The tutorial suggests after you pass the first layer of resin to cure it, pass a second and a third time, and after start to sand. That's why I bring here my cure station from Anycubic. I remove the plate for turning because this helmet is too big. It will never fit, otherwise I'm spinning. But should be big enough for just keep inside and curing. Okay. I think I pass everywhere except the chin. That one I cannot pass now. No, here is a tears. Check if you have some part that is too much resin. Maybe with the phone you cannot see, but if you rotate a little bit the contrast, yeah, you can see it looks wet from the resin. So if you see some part that is dry, it means that you didn't pass the resin. Okay, so now I'm change here the position. Hop. With one hand is a little bit complicated. Now I put straight, don't worry. This is the Anycubic stand. Like I put the handle here to lift. So let's check if I can put like this. Looks yes. No less. So now let's curing for 4 minutes. Oh, it was 3 minutes. I was almost destroying the helmet. 3 minutes one side, 3 minutes the other side. In the meantime, I cannot remove the mask because my hands are dirty from the resin, so cannot touch it. Yeah, see, my hands are still a little bit dirty from the resin, so I cannot remove the mask for talk clearly. So now I need to wait a little bit for cure the resin, because you cannot apply more times on the wet one. You need to wait until it becomes dry. Let me check here if somebody else write anything. Nope. Okay. Anyway, in this week, I hope you can hear, guys, because with the maybe okay, like this a little bit, I can talk. I hope you can hear the audio before. I need to wear the mask because even now a little bit smell a little bit the resin still, so it's not very good. Just a moment. Last week I made some video from the helmet of Wolverine. I hope you saw and you enjoyed. I made the last version of the helmet, a file from Nico, and I start to use the PLA carbon fiber. I'm trying. Soon I will try also the PLA carbon fiber from eSUN, the black one, so I can check how it is working. Should be a better way to use the normal PLA matte that I'm always use for my helmet, because the carbon fiber is more stronger than matte and still give the same nice surface. So hope can be a good solution. So for print the carbon fiber, I upgrade the P1S. I put the nozzle 0.6 millimeter because for this kind of filament, it suggests to use the 0.6 to avoid any chance to have any clog. And also the full metal gear extruder. It was very simple, honestly, to upgrade. And I didn't print only that one, I also printed one helmet of Batman, full nylon carbon fiber, the PACF. And oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's so tough. It's more tough than the helmet on the scooter that we have here in China, probably. I could use for riding the scooter here. It's super good. It's so nice. It's very expensive material, but once I want to try it. So that one was the last helmet that I made. Now wait a moment. Put back the mask. This handle here, I always put on my resin printer. They saved me so many times the life. It's almost dry. So if you enter before, you should enter also now. A little bit to the other side also. So, open there. I think that if I will start to use more this technique, wait, let me back here. If I start to use more this technique, I definitely need a bigger cure station. Probably I will make one by myself. Just some box, some reflective panel all around, and on the top one UV light, because this helmet it barely enter. If I want to make something bigger, it will never fits, and I cannot stay with this one all the time. It's too small. So I hope it's working, because for now it looks very, very fast, the procedure, and it really can help me to make the helmet more smooth, because when you make with the resin, of course it becomes more smooth. You need to pay attention every time to apply. With the other way, you need to apply slowly with a little brush, so it still take a long time. In this way, it looks much faster, and of course you cannot always use, because as the same reason of the other one, when you apply this kind of resin, you literally are covered the mask with the resin. So if you have some small detail like engraved or some small details with the resin, you can cover it. So you need to pay attention. Now when you meet helmet like that one, like for example the Mandalorian, the Star Wars, that are very big flat surface, definitely this one, if it's working, could be a good solution for making your helmet smooth. Also, Ironman can be very good to make in this way. So I really finger crossed that it's working because it can help me a lot. You finish, go back. 2, 1. Happy New Year. Okay. Let's come back here in position. Okay. So it's a little bit still didn't dry well. It should dry a little bit more. You see, if you pass the finger, left the mark, it's still a little bit wet. So I need to dry more. Because if you apply again the resin, you can make a mess. Yeah. On the side of it, see, is still wet. Definitely I need a bigger solution for this one. Other 3 minutes. I put back other 3 minutes to cook because it was still wet in some point. If I touch, I can left the mark. In the meantime, I change the gloves because here I have one hole. I cannot risk to touch the resin. So in the meantime, I can also remove the mask and drink some water. Oh, this one is the benchy that I made with, I cannot see anything here, with a nylon PA. Look pretty good. Oh, gloves. Probably, or I applied too much resin, or he need more time to cure it. Probably a mix of two. Because in the tutorial that I saw, they said like 3 minutes should be enough. So probably or I use too much resin, or this light is not strong enough for curing all the side with the helmet. Oh, now I can check here. Yes. Do brightly. I know there is a glue out of the bond PLA filament. I even thought about making new enclosure that is mirrored on the inside to bounce as much with lighting. Yeah, that is my idea, to make one box with a mirroring that it bounce, like when I had the enclosure, the cure station from the Hey Gears, and I make also the unboxing on this channel. The cure station is fantastic because it's a big box with glass everywhere. So when you turn on the light, it really bounces everywhere, and it can cure every inch, every size of anything you put just in one time. So that one is fantastic. I think to make something like that, take one box, make some plastic mirror reflecting, and put some LED on the top, and maybe some LED strips with light, of course, on the 4 corners, and without spinning in that case, because if the light it can reach already 360, I don't need to make the spinning motor, so it'll be even cheaper and faster. So that's my idea, because this one is perfect when I'm making the miniature, making my action figures, but if I need to cure one entire helmet, it took so long and it cannot reach anywhere, everywhere. So definitely I need to upgrade that find if it's working. Okay. Come back. Here we are. It's less sticky. Second round. because I don't want to dirty my table. To work with this kind of stuff, you need space. If you have everything in space, you have less chance to make a mess. This time I try to apply a little bit less resin and spread more. It already looks more smooth because now that I apply this one, I don't see too much imperfection already. But of course, after applying, I need to sand, pass a primer filler, or in this case just a primer, and see how is the result. And after that, in the end, I can check where is some spot still need some adjustment. If you ask some question, I'm sorry if I don't reply in time, but with the gloves I cannot switch from the control panel on the computer and the YouTube, so I cannot see clearly, and I cannot use the phone for check the message today because the phone is making a second camera. You know, I'm not very well organized for making this kind of live with multicam. I only have one camera, one phone. So apologize me, forgive me. I will do my best for check every time. The second layer, you need to be a little bit more thin, otherwise you will never dry again. And after that, and I want to just pick 2 times and check, because this one, it was already smooth at the beginning. Remove the dust. When you start to lose some dust, I think it's time to change the brush. Let's try a little bit. If it's continue to lose, if you lose some sponge, it's better change, otherwise you risk to stick some sponge in the helmet with the resin. Please, when you finish with this stuff, don't throw just the sponge in the garbage because it's full of resin. Cure it and discharge like you discharge your resin. Don't just throw. Save the planet. Yeah, I need to change the sponge. New sponge here. Oh. Pay attention to spread all the resin. I need to remember also to pass the sheen in the end, because there I didn't pass at all. And for obviously reason, I cannot pass the primer in the live, because for primering I need to go to the outside, but now it's evening and it's raining, so it's not the best moment for spraying, because when it's raining there's a lot of humidity. It's better to avoid to use any spray can, because it's more easy that you have some reaction bubbles and some surface that will become ruined with the humidity. And here in this city where I live, that is on the river, is a lot of humidity. Basic normal day we are around 50. Sometimes we reach even 100. It looks like San Francisco. Okay, so let's put back here. After this one, I think I will try directly to send. 3 minutes ago. Now let's wait. Let me check the message. Okay, no more messages. Okay, so now in the meantime, I want to remove, I put in a safe place the sponge and the resin to be sure that I don't touch now that I'm sanding. Remove what happened to my webcam? Okay, remove the resin and change the gloves because these gloves are a little bit dirty with the resin, and now that I need to sand, I don't want to touch it. Also remember, it's very important. Sorry, it's very important when you sand, especially already in normal condition, you always need to use the mask, but especially because the PLA, when you sand, it's easy to breathe and it's plastic. You should not. But now also that I have the resin, it's very important. Every time you use your refrigerator, your mask, gloves, everything. Don't do anything without because it's toxic, guys. So don't risk your life for one hobby or even if it's your job. Take always some precautions. I should also wear the long vest like the doctor, the chemistry. I will, because if I start to use more often the resin, for the PLA is not necessary, but if I start to use often the resin, I will buy that one and also the goggles, because better safe than sorry. Oh, connection is going down. Go back, go back. Now we almost finished. I just want to pass one sand. Okay, it's back. One sand time and see how is the effect. These days I have some problem with the connection. In China it's normal because every time is a mess to make a live. Oh, no, 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 don't die. Connection, please, please, please. Let me see if I can see. In the meantime, there it is still curing. Make a live. Oh, no, 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 don't die. Connection, please, please, please. Okay, you finish. I turn to the other side. I can see. In the meantime, there it is still curing. But this mask entered so precise that even 1 centimeter more I cannot using. Anyway, this mask that I made is a little bit bigger size than normal because it was for a client that changed idea. Happen. So for my face, normally it's a little bit smaller. Here I still have the LED. I need to install also after I finish. This is just a simple circuit that I made. Battery, switch for on off, and the LED. The switch I will put here under the chin, so just click here. I can turn on and off the eyes on the mask. The eye on the tiger. LED. I need to install also after I finish. This is just a simple circuit that I made. Battery, switch for on off, and the LED. The switch I will put here under the chin, so just click here. I can turn on and off the almost finished. 1 minute and a half. Unfortunately, I cannot even show the other helmet that I made because I don't want to dirty the helmet with the gloves with some powder that may be still on it. So anyway, if you check the channel of eSUN, remember, subscribe to the channel so every time I made a live or eSUN make some videos, you will get a notification, you will be the first one to watch so remember to subscribe to the channel. Help me also here to put a thumbs up, follow here, and just write something in the comments if you like. And if you like this experiment, maybe next time I can try something else. You can also, if you find some nice tutorial that is not included, some strange material that I can make here in the house, you can ask me to check. I will try to study it and make it here, like today, in live. And let's see if I waste my helmet or not. Now, I will send with the 320, as they suggest. So, start to prepare part. So you can ask me to check. I will try to study and here make it here like today in live. 40 seconds and we are ready to go. This sponge I can remove. This sponge I can remove. Throw. Oh, one sponge is on the floor. Before my cat arrive. Start to prepare. 20 seconds and we are ready to go. 40 seconds and we are ready to go. This sponge I can remove. This sponge I can remove. Throw. Oh, one sponge is on the floor. Before my cat arrive. Okay, we are ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Ready to go. Go. Beep. Let me check if it's here in the front. In the front, I need a little bit more, guys. Definitely, I need to find another solution for this one. Okay. 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Is not strong enough, this cure station. I need something stronger. Because if I left all my thumbs, it's okay that now I need to sand. But more smooth is the resin that you apply, easier is your job later. So, because I make this one for make my life easier, I will try to find a box and make one cure station by myself. I need something stronger. I find some big box. Usually when I have something is arriving, I have a lot of boxing. You can just buy one light. If it's working. Very cheap. I don't need to wash because it's not resin. I finish also the resin printer there to print. I'm printing something for one contest. I will show you later. 50 seconds and we are ready to go. I touch the water, so this water needs to straw. I finish also the resin printer there to print. I have so strong throat, painful here, and definitely work with the mask doesn't help. Connection don't die, connection don't die. I touch the water, so this water needs to straw. I have so strong throat, 10 seconds, and definitely work with the mask doesn't help. 10 seconds here. Don't die, connection don't die. And remove the alarm on the phone. 10 seconds here. Okay, so let's try to sand a little bit. Oh my god, it's totally wet. Yes, you can see it's leaking, still leaking. Okay, so let's probably with the baby powder you need stronger light, because normally it cures very easily. Yes, you can see leaking, still leaking. Let me try and make only this one, and after I will curing more time. When you are not here anymore, you need look stronger light. That this will vanish all the effect of applied resin. Normally, it cure very easily. Strange that the UV light there is not strong enough. Only this one, and after I will curing more time. When you are not here anymore, look. That this will vanish all the effect of applied resin. Let's make only this part, and after I will put like for 10 minutes inside. After the live there is not strong enough. A little bit better. I put my mask. Let's make only this part, and after I will put like for 10 minutes inside. After the live. A little bit better. I really think it needs to be cured a little bit more. Here is one drop, you see? That I need to pass with the machine. I really think it needs to be cured a little bit more. It looks smooth already. So probably I just need a stronger UV light. That's only the issue. Because here where it was the dome, it's okay that I have the gloves, but I don't feel anymore all the lines. So working is working, just already. Need more time to curing. I just need a stronger UV light. That's only the issue. Or maybe I just put some wrong mixing of resin and baby powder. Remember, this one is my first time ever. So working is working. Just after this process, technically I should apply one layer of primer filler or primer. And after wet sand to 500 and apply more filler until it's ready. So just 2 sanding, I should be able to finish one helmet. Then it will be very good if it's working. And after wet sand to 500 and here it looks very smooth, guys. Anyway, so looks that is working faster than the normal resin that I need to apply with a small brush, but I need to adjust the quantity of resin and baby powder probably and increase the curing time. Except for this one, I want to show there. Except for this one, no, let me remove this blur effect, so you don't see anything. Wait a moment. With a small brush. Here we are. Eccomi, we're back. Except for this one here, it looks very smooth. Now I need to put to cure longer, because every time I touch something, I wet myself and I left the marks. So it still needs to be dry. I will put for 10 minutes for each side. Anyway, I don't care if I over cured, because I don't lose details or anything. It's just a coat of protection. But it looks very good. So, guys, this was a test. It looks working. I need to adjust something, probably just the curing time, and it looks good. I will continue to make this process in these days.